Good news. This video that we're doing is about a new immigration route that has just been announced by the Canadian government, which is going to start on the 31st of March, 31st of this March 2025. So I decided to bring this information to you so you would know beforehand, before the program starts, and you'll be able to put in mind and put in place the necessary things to work with the requirement needed for you to work on this program. In this video, I'll be talking about the program route, the pilot route. Also, you'll be learning about the steps, the educational requirement, the language requirement, and if you need any Canadian experience or not, if the people that are eligible also to apply, and what to prepare to do. So if this actually interests you, kindly stick to the end, and I promise you're not going to regret staying along. If you are coming across this page for the first time, you're highly welcome, and for my existing subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. So the program is the Home Care Workers Immigration Pilot. Home care workers play an important role in Canadian society. They help nurture children and provide and support seniors and persons living with disability need to be comfortable, independent, and an active part of our communities. They also allow more Canadians to enter and stay in the workforce, which strengthens Canada's economy. The new Home Care Worker Immigration Pilot will make it easier for home care workers in home support or home child care to become permanent residents, find work with a range of employers. So there are two mainstream to this program. The first one is workers in Canada, that's those already working in Canada, and the other one is the applicants not working in Canada. Those are the overseas applicants. When the pilot opens, we will only accept applications for the workers in Canada stream. The stream for applicants not working in Canada will open at a later date. So this stream, the first stream they are going to accept, is for those working in Canada right now, while that of the other stream for the overseas applicants will open later on. But even at that, you need to hear about the requirement needed and the likes. Learn about the pilot. The new pilot will build on the successes of the previous ones to better meet the changing home care needs of Canadians, while recognizing the importance of the workers providing this care. So prior to this implementation of this program, there has been other successors, other program that has been introduced over time, which have a lot of ranges, and caring for people with high medical needs pilot, caring for children pilot, interim pathway for caregivers program, home child care provider pilot, and home support worker pilot. So those are the successors prior to this one. So the first thing to know, the important thing to meet, is that the new pilot will be while recognizing the importance of the workers providing this care. Number one, permanent residence in one step. So the new pilot will offer a one-step immigration process for home care workers and their family members. Qualified home care workers will get permanent residence without needing Canadian work experience in the occupation first. Reduce language and education requirement. The new pilot will lower language and education requirement. Applicant will still need to have the skills required to perform the work and be able to adapt to the Canadian labor market. However, applicants will only need a level 4 in the CLB or in the NCLC and a high school diploma. So you don't necessarily need to have a university degree to apply for this, and your English proficiency exam level 4 is very okay. Number 3, no in-Canada work experience needed. You don't need, applicants won't need prior Canadian work experience. However, they will need to have recent relevant work experience or have completed a credential of at least 6 months of related home care training. They will also need to have a full-time job offer in home care within Canada outside Quebec. So Quebec is a province in Canada. So for this, you don't need a Canadian experience, but you will have to have like at least 6 months or experience of related home care training. Maybe if you're working in home care, you should have at least 6 months training and also a full-time job offer, which is actually good. If you ask me why this program is very good, is because you already have a job offer waiting for you, and transitioning and settling down with your family will be very good. In this program, you go with your family. You don't need to go first, or there's nothing like, oh, you can't bring your family or something like that. No, this does not apply to this pilot route. You can go with your family. You have a job offer already, and it is a very good transition. Trust me, when you are going to another country, if you have a job offer waiting for you, trust me, it's a very good thing. It's a very good thing in the sense that your transition, your settling down will be very smooth for you. At least you have something to survive on while your partner, or while you are able to transition well into the system until you get your permanent residence. So flexible work options with a job offer. Home care workers can work where they are needed. Your job offer can be from private households, organizations that directly hire full-time workers to provide short-term or occasional home care for those who are semi-independent or recovering from an injury or illness. For example, home health care service providers, home care support service providers, direct care agencies, personal care services in residential settings, pediatric home health care service providers. This will not include recruitment or placement agency. So this is it. All this route, you can come in through all these routes. You can come in, you have a flexible work option with the job offer. So where you can work, home care workers can work where they are needed. So your job offers can be from any private household organizations, home health care service provider, direct care agencies, personal care service in residential settings. This will not include recruitment or placement agencies. So I think there are some agencies. This is in the sense that there are agencies that will recruit and place you for jobs, like a bank job. So this is not the type they want. They want people that recruit directly. Direct care agencies, like care agencies that recruit people from abroad. So this is what they are trying to say. If you have job offer with them, all well and good. So who is eligible? Applicants interested in working in Canada's home care sector will be eligible to apply when the pilots open. If 1, they have a minimum of level 4 in English or French, they have the equivalent of a Canadian high school diploma or higher, they have at least 6 months of recent and relevant work experience or a related caregiver training credential, then you have an offer for a full-time home care job. So you don't need LMIA, that's the labor market impact assessment. It is not required. That is the good thing about it. You don't need to. The LMIA is like having a certificate of sponsorship, I think. So you don't need this. We will update our website with the full eligibility criteria for the pilot before the pilots open. So they will keep updating until before the pilot opens. So if you previously applied to the home child care provider pilot or home support work pilot, which is the previous one before this, which ended on June 17, 2024, we will continue to process application we received on or before these dates. If you have applied to the gaining experience category and now have enough eligible work experience, you can send us your proof. So there's a place you can submit your proof if you've applied for that route before. If you have not applied for this route, there's a section 2. If you're a home care worker without status in Canada, you may still be eligible for the home care worker immigration pilots under a public policy. A limited number of spots will be available. So this is for if you are in Canada. So prepare to apply. Full details will be announced in the coming months. You can begin to prepare for the application period by gathering some of the information we will likely need. So as said, look at the information that will be needed, which is minimum of level 4 in English. If I'm you, I would start to do that right now. Have equivalent your diploma certificate, your work experience, and job offer, which is the major one. And yeah, that is it. So if you're currently working in Canada, you take a language test, get proof of your English test, get your education assessed. So if you need to get your education assessed, and I think you can do that with you check the educational body, which is the ECA. That is the assessment that you do. So how do you get it assessed? You can get your assessment from any of these organizations: Comparative Education Service, University of Toronto School of Continuing Studies, International Credential Assessment Service of Canada, WES, World Education Services, International Qualification Assessment Services, International Credential Evaluation Services. So that is if you're in Canada. This is for those in Canada, so they can assess with WES as well. So for those that are not, if you are not working in Canada, do not start preparing your application. We will share more details about the applicants not working in Canada soon when they become available. Quite alright, news I brought for you, and it is a very good opportunity to make use of because it is quite flexible. You can come with your family, all those specs, and it is good if you ask me. Yeah. Hi lovelies, now that you've gotten to the end of this video, do not forget to subscribe, like, share and comment below. It is totally free. Thank you guys so much. Bye.